generally when we have seen all the marketing agencies, these marketing agencies are very creative, of course, because they are marketing agencies, but they do lack a lot of tech expertise, because of which again they are hampered with the tunnel vision that we talked about in the last podcast. And what happens is, when they don't know about what is achievable using tech, they are not able to utilize that power into their marketing campaigns or marketing pitches. That again brings them down onto the category of the 95%, while the 5% of the marketing agencies who knows tech are now gaining that cream layer by pitching to their clients, to the brands, the concepts which are much more tech enabled. And when you see a tech agency which is contrary to the marketing, they are very high at their tech capabilities, their tech ideations, but they do lack the vision of what a marketing agency thinks like, as well as the branding agencies thinks like. When a marketing agency goes to pitch to a brand, now when they are ideating with their team without knowing what all things are possible, they won't be able to conceptualize it. Of course, when there is a pitch made already, for the execution they do work with the channel partners who are in tech companies and all that, but just to create the ideas itself, if they don't know the horizons of tech, how will they be able to make a concept out of it? So we are targeting the conceptual stage of any project here in this podcast.
Absolutely. And I think let's in that case, it would be really beneficial for our audience to actually hear about some real life examples or some case studies that have happened recently. So how about, I think there was this one advertisement that I saw, which was quite interesting, and I'm sure there's a very creative agency out there. I don't know which agency is managing them, but there's a creative agency out there that has come up with the idea, and somebody has enabled them through tech. So the one I'm talking about is the recent one that happened for Dark Fantasy, where Shah Rukh Khan was the one in the advertisement, and they came up with the idea of having anybody's face put into the advertisement using the AR/VR technology, where you put in your photo and it actually puts your face into it. So what's your take on that? Is that something that we are talking about? Is that something that is the next stage of creative marketing for brands?
Yeah, so I feel this campaign that was done was an excellent campaign, I feel, by Dark Fantasy. I don't know how much successful it was, but it was kind of talk of the town, wherein they very effectively utilized a bit of AI into masking the video and then generating the ad campaign around it, wherein you see Shah Rukh Khan in the ad, and then you click your photo, submit it into their system through a web page or something, and on a WhatsApp you get the link to their ad. In that ad, you see your face in the as a hero in the whole ad with Shah Rukh Khan and all that. And that was quite creative, I feel. And there has been different application very similar to these, which have been done into very similar markets. So I know long back there was an agency who also did the similar campaign for wishing birthdays to their customers. So say, for example, your name is Himanshu. So you will see a birthday video that is received on your phone or wherever, and in that birthday there will be a star, Shah Rukh or Salman or whoever, and these guys will be telling you a preloaded script that wishing you XYZ वगैरह in the whole video, and where there is a gap of to put in your name Himanshu, and that lip sync and everything is done through AI, and that was again a big hit. In fact, you might have seen Amitabh Bachchan calling and wishing you about some tourism thing or something like that, in which there has been some campaign that was done in which again your name is embedded through voice modification in the script itself, which you receive on a phone call. So all these have been it's not a today's thing, by the way. This was like 2 years down the line I have heard this was happening.
Absolutely. And also, do you think, because I have a very strong feeling, it's not just AR/VR, or it's not just AI that we need to be doing something like this as well. We can also be doing, these agencies can also be thinking about doing conceptual web pages. Because there was this example, there was this project that we worked on about a year ago, and that was for a organization called Greenpeace. It's a worldwide organization that works for different sort of in different spaces, and one of the spaces they were working in at that stage was deep sea mining. And I felt so that was a very interesting project that I got an opportunity to work on, and I think it fits as a great case study today, because what that was about was they needed to come out and run a campaign where they wanted to engage people to tweet at car manufacturing companies to stop deep sea mining. So if you don't know, there are a lot of these companies like Tesla, Rivian, Ford, General Motors, all these companies who are building electric vehicles. They are actively doing deep sea mining to mine minerals that they need to create these batteries. So it sort of contradicts the whole clean car concept, because you're already hurting marine life, you're doing other things, you're hurting people who are still living in islands and stuff, you're hurting their ecosystem and all of that through these processes. So Greenpeace had actually started a campaign to stop deep sea mining, and the idea that they had come up with was there are companies who are deep down in the sea. They're sending these monstrous trucks down there who are actually digging these minerals out, and they had created this hashtag called Race to the Top. And they had come out saying that we need a creative idea to actually run this campaign. And what ended up happening at the end of the project was it was a simple web page by the looks of it, but not really simple, because it was quite conceptual. We had used a lot of different technology, green sock for a lot of animation stuff, and we had created a digital experience where you actually go onto the web page. It feels like a single page landing page, but when you dive into the experience, you actually dive down to the sea, you see the whole experience, you see different marine animals, marine fishes, and like an octopus or something like that while going down the experience. And then you see car companies at different stages, and that tells you sort of a story. The car companies that is deeper down is doing the bad. And at the end, the campaign was quite successful as well. And there were a lot of these companies who started signing these, taking a pledge and all of that to stop deep sea mining and source these minerals from a different source. And the outcome of that was that it was really just a simple conceptual web page. So even those things are quite powerful along with AI and AR.